Hello, I'm Brett Horley, professional safari guide based in South Africa. I've been guiding for the last 10 years throughout Southern Africa and East Africa as well. And today, after a day in the Kalahari, we've been talking a lot about the big cats and the predators. Now, I'm just here to highlight the plight of the lost lions on the African continent. We've been talking today about the threats that these lions face out here in Africa, mostly from loss of habitat, and lions need huge areas in which to survive, and these areas are being put under more and more pressure every day on the African continent. As well as this, combined with many other factors in Africa, just last week I was in Mozambique on a huge concession in western Mozambique bordering on Zimbabwe, and while I was there, anti-poaching team came across a waterhole which had been poisoned with what they believe was arsenic, and we found a lot of dead animals, from civets to vultures to kudus. Unfortunately, all of these animals were dead, and a couple of days later, after a thorough investigation, the anti-poaching team arrested a man who then told the story that he was paid by a Chinese national who's looking for lion and leopard bones. And this demand, we all know about it. It has increased dramatically in the last few years, and it just highlighted in my face the plight of the big predators and all of the other animals, but especially these big cats now with the demand for their bones for traditional medicine. The lion is an icon of the African continent, and without it in the African continent, the tourism will suffer. And tourism, especially ecotourism, sustainable ecotourism, which is benefiting communities and protecting these pieces of land. Without that, we cannot protect these big pieces of conserved wilderness on the African continent. So just to remind you and make you aware of the plight of these animals, I am a big cat ambassador, and as a conservationist in my heart, you know, there are many projects out there. I have a friend who's walking in Namibia 500 kilometers in May to raise awareness for these big cats. And we can only hope that these projects will help to conserve these pieces of land where lions and leopards roam free.